Okay, so Rachael Kelly, thanks for joining us this afternoon, taking the time to talk to us. Got a few questions for you. Last year, 2010, pretty good year for you. Bit of a breakthrough year, would you say? What are the kind of highlights, do you think? Just run through 2 or 3 of the highlights from 2010 for you.
I think this time last year I went under the minute for the first time. I went 59.86, so that was a good highlight. That qualified me for European Juniors. And that was in Helsinki. So I went there and I got a silver in the 200, which was a big surprise because I'm not too good at 200. And then 100, then the gold in the 100, which was obviously the best moment. So yeah, and then I got a silver in the relay as well. So that was a good achievement. And then went to Singapore in August, I think it was, for 3 weeks for the Youth Olympics. And I got a third medal in there. So
that was the World Youth Olympics.
Yeah.
What about the semi-final at trials last year against Fran Alsop, if I remember rightly?
Yeah.
Does that put that down as one of your highlights? Stepping up, going 59 points against Fran, and
I couldn't believe when I beat her, but she had just done like the 200 free or whatever. So still, I can always say I beat her.
Yeah. So you've made a lot of progress in quite a short space of time. What kind of things do you put that down to?
Well, training really. I've picked up my training a lot since Nathan started coaching me, so that's obviously the main thing. I don't know, commitment really. Like I've given up like nights out and stuff to swimming, stuff like that. So.
And what you've mentioned Nathan there, what's your relationship like with Nathan? As a coach-swimmer relationship, where do you think that things are going well, and what's it like working with him?
It's really good. He's a good laugh sometimes it's a bit over the top. We argue sometimes, but so does everyone else. But other than that, yeah, he's a good coach. Get on with him.
And how important is that, getting along with your coach, to you as an athlete? How important is it that you have a good working relationship with him?
I think that's pretty important because like you spend 4 hours a day with him every day. So if you can't stand him, then it might be a bit of a problem.
And what about looking forward to this summer? What are your goals for this year? Having had a great 2010, what's the step forward for 2011?
Well, I've got trials in about 10 days, so my goals are set on that really. If I don't do well there, then I'm pretty limited, but hopefully my goal is to go under the minute again, maybe 58 even, touch wood. And then if I qualify there, then I think it's World Youth Championships, they're in Peru or something. So yeah, maybe get onto the senior team, but I don't know.
You got to aim high.
Yeah.
And what about 2012? Obviously we've got the London Olympics coming up. Does that excite you? Is it something that's on your horizon? Is that on your radar to make the team for London?
I think every athlete's kind of aspiring to make it, but I'm kind of 5th in the country at the minute. There's like 4 20-year-olds faster than me, so it's probably not that great a chance of me going, but I suppose you can always try. You never know.
What motivates you on a day-to-day basis? You know, is it you have goals, and how do they motivate you when you're getting in and training every day?
Well, I just think about winning really. Like before the race or during the race, I always think I really don't want to lose. So that kind of pushes me on. So same in training really.
Yeah. And talking about your training, what sets do you think give you the most benefit when it comes to performing? Like you say, you're going to trials next week, and you know, what sets do you do that you think that really make a difference when you get there?
Skill sets really. Sometimes, like obviously you got to have great skill to make it to the top. So I suppose that's where you kind of differ from other swimmers.
Yeah. What about the hardest set? Can you think of anything that, you know, the toughest type of sets that you've been given? Not necessarily by Nathan, by anybody.
I think when I was about 12, my coach made me do 60-50s fly, which was pretty high at the time. But other than that, I can't really think.
Who do you consider to be your main rivals at the moment? Give me 3 examples of people that you see as your main rivals. And that could be internationally as well as domestically.
there's obviously Fran Halsall, she's the only one under 58 for women, so she's obviously best in the country. And then there's like Gemma Lowe and Ellen Gandy, so they're both 58. Then there's obviously the Swedish world record holder Sarah Strogen. So yeah, them four probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And if we talked earlier on about making the Olympic team in London, what kind of time do you think you're going to need to be able to go? Regardless of the qualifying time they set, what do you feel you're going to have to go to make that top two?
Considering like there's already 2 on 58 and 1 on 57, then say 57, low 57 really.
Yeah. And what do you think you need to do between now and then to be able to go that 57 to make the team?
A lot of things really. I need to definitely improve my underwater work and my start and train more, train harder and all the rest of it. More really.
Just everything that you're doing, just keep doing more of it and better. And
yeah, more experience as well will help, like going away and racing different people. So
good. Just finally, what do you do when you're away from the pool to relax?
I sleep a lot. Whenever I get the chance I can sleep. Other than that, I go out with my friends, my boyfriend, just meet up with them.
Yep.
Average teenage stuff.
Just the usual bits and pieces that kids do.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for joining us, taking the time to talk to us. Much appreciated.
That's right.